Hi everyone, and welcome to your fairy energy pick-a-card reading. All right, we have 3 piles for you today. Pile 1 is this green Aventurine. Okay, pile 2 is this Lepidolite. And pile 3 is the strawberry quartz. So I just ask that you take a moment and let whatever crystal or pile resonates with you to come in, and I will see you at the one you chose. Thank you. Hi, pile 1. Those of you who chose the green Aventurine Art crystal, welcome to your fairy energy reading. I'm very excited. The fairy readings are one of my favorites, so let's get right into it. I just want to pull out the overall energy card. I just always like to have something nice for you to choose from, and this card actually had a fairy, so let's get started. This is your overall energy. Okay, chocolate brownie fairy. Okay, that sounds sweet. So that sounds sweet. I like that. All right. And then we have Queen of Winter or Queen of Swords. Okay. We have Dreams. I Believe. Wish Wisely, and then your 3 tarots, which I'll bring out at the end for clarification or confirmation to the message here in these cards, as well as a couple of other oracles. Let's just take a quick look here. I'm going to just move these down a bit. All right. So chocolate brownie fairy. So definitely sweetness, wanting the sweet things in life, possibly wanting to, I don't know, maybe dabble or taste or have your finger in a little bit of the good life, so to speak. That's just what I'm picking up from this. But also, I like looking at the numbers, and this is a 62, which would be an 8. And the thing about 8s, we know, are work ethic, discipline, movement, that sort of thing. So let's see where the rest of these cards, what they're saying. So, Dreams, see the possible pathways of a future that can act as a roadmap for our actions. All right. Wish Wisely, which is use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Okay, so these are tying in together already right here. The advice from the fairies is once you see the different pathways and all the possibilities that are ahead of you and you make a decision on one, then you wish wisely, which is to manifest, right? New moon wishes and manifestations, planting those seeds to make it happen. And with the Queen of Swords here, I want to say that is clear thinking. Very, she's not the Queen of, the King of Swords by any means, but she is, it says strong, patient, self-sufficient, and funny. But what I'm really gathering is the self-sufficient. You are able to do this, pile 1, on your own. But let's see what it says here. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. I like that. Okay, there, that's the message. Believe in your abilities to accomplish great things. Move forward in the profound way needed for your future work. Okay, well, there's the message, pile 1, done. No, let's look into it a little deeper. So basically what I think they're trying to say here is, now is the time to focus on your career, okay? It also has unmarried or divorced individuals. That doesn't necessarily mean that. You could most certainly be married. The message that is really bold here for me is now is the time to focus on your career. And when I said dipping your toes, maybe because it's just, I just see your little toe here, right? Like dipping your toe into something sweet, into the sweet life, into the abundant life even. It's all about your career. and seeing all the different possibilities that you have. So if you're someone coming out of university, there can be many different pathways in front of you depending on what it is that you studied while there. And it's really, as it says, you know, set your dreams on all those different pathways that you could take, and then choose the one that calls to you the most. And that's where this wish wisely comes in again. You're going to, by choosing the one that is going to benefit you in the end, that's what the universe wants for you. They want for you to be happy. They want for you to have fulfillment and joy in what it is that you're doing. So once you choose, you're going to plant those seeds of manifestation, and you're going to watch it grow, and you're going to make those dreams become a reality. And here is believe in your abilities to accomplish great things, which is all part of this, right? The dreaming and setting the intention for manifestation, wishing for manifestation. And it's all about your future work. So like I said, if it's someone coming out of, say, college, university, then yes, many pathways. But this could also be for someone who is still working, and maybe there's different positions within your company that you can take. There may be opportunities for advancement, okay? So, and I'm even going to say, and I know this is going to sound weird, but it came in, so I'm going to say it. And in some cases, I don't want to think of it as a demotion. However, if you wanted to say step back, maybe you need a better balance with your home and work, right? Your home life and your work life. And maybe you want to take a step back. No one says, we do what's best for us. We don't have to take into account or necessarily listen to and then follow the advice of others. If you are happy with the amount of money that you're making, and you can survive, we'll say, on an income that maybe would be a step down the ladder for you. And I don't know, I've never heard a message like this before, but if that is you, then that's what you do, because you're doing it for you, whether it be because of mental health, like I said, a better home work-life balance, maybe it's a physical health thing, or maybe you're coming up to the end of your career and you're like, you know what, I want to spend the last 5 years of my working career, you know, just enjoying myself, where I don't have all of the responsibility and the deadlines that I have in my higher position. Okay, you're still going to have responsibilities and deadlines probably, but maybe not in the same way. And I think that's where this overall chocolate brownie fairy energy comes in, where the chocolate brownie fairy is saying, you do whatever is sweet for you. You do whatever tastes good to you. Right? This is your choice. And if it's time to focus on your career, we just always assume as 3D humans that means advancement, advancement, advancement. You could be coming out of university, college. You could be in the middle of your career. You could be towards the end of it. It's going to be different for all of you. But the important message here is really dream, set a plan, make a goal, plant the seeds, put it into fruition. You're focusing on your career. It's what the Queen of Swords is asking you to do. And just know that you can accomplish whatever it is you set your mind to, okay? And wherever you move forward to, it says right here, it's going to be in a profound way needed for your future work. So pile one, those are your messages. You know what? This is really a message, I believe, in your work life to do what it is. Oh, actually, and this just came in, even if you're retired, okay, or maybe you don't work, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you don't have to work, which would be so nice sometimes, right? So congratulations, lucky you. But maybe you do volunteer work, and it may be either stepping up or stepping back or branching off in a different type of volunteer work. This can apply to anything. It can even apply to different situations in your life. But the message, and I like to go with what it is, which came out very clear here, now is the time to focus on your career. And that can also be a career of volunteer work. So this message can pretty much take care of anyone. Or it could be, yeah, like I was just thinking volunteer work. For some reason, it just came in working with children. Maybe you volunteer at your child's school, like before and after school or lunch program, you know, kind of monitor type of job. Whatever it is, if you're a Walmart greeter, it doesn't matter. You are having a message come in from the fairies right now that is saying to you, it's time to maybe reevaluate and to go after your dreams now, okay? Go after your dreams. What is it that maybe you would like to do? And go from there. All right, let's pull the tarot here, well, and see what the tarot has to say to go along with this. All right, I'm just gonna move these back down. A lovely message, because I believe it, and I love the fact that it was coming in, that it doesn't always mean, and I think this is important for people to understand, it doesn't always mean, oh, I have to climb up the ladder. You can take a couple steps down if you want to, if that's what you need for you, and if it's what makes you happy and you can afford, right, to maybe take a cut and pay, or maybe you can step down and still be pretty close to the pay that you're getting now. I don't know. It'll be different again for everyone. But the fact is, and the point is, you do what it is that you're dreaming of. You believe in yourself. You get to dip your toe in the sweet brownie here, in the sweetness of life. And yeah, and just know you can do it. So let's take a look at the tarot and see what it says. So we have 10 of Swords. Ah, okay. Very good. We have 7 of Pentacles. Okay. And we have 7 of Cups. Golly, I love it. I love it. Okay, so what I'm getting here is 10 of Swords, maybe for some of you, maybe, you know, something's coming to an end, right? Maybe you're going to be doing this because something has ended, and maybe you're moving on to a whole new company, a whole different career path. All right. So for some of you, that will be it. Or maybe you're just tired and you, like I said, you want to step down, or maybe you've had enough in the position that you're in and you want to bust out and start new and start climbing that ladder. So that's a good confirmation. I love that. It clarifies what's been said here already. And then we have the 7 of Cups. What was it? Choices. All the different possibilities and pathways. Okay, 7 of Cups, we know you have many choices in front of you. And you see how she's sitting there almost looking into her little crystal ball, looking to see what are my choices, all right? Intuitively, she's doing it intuitively, and that's an important message. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is here with the Wish Wisely. You plant your seeds, okay? You can see them lying all around here, right? So you plant them, you lay them where they need to be laid, and then you start the process of manifestation for yourself. So I love that message in whole pile 1. That was really awesome. I have a couple of other little decks here. Let's see what else. Let's see if there's anything else actually that wants to come out. I just love fairy messages, and I love these cards. Okay, and one came out right there. Oh, Fringe Dweller, see with eyes and a heart wide open. That's exactly how you dream. Yes, and you believe. I love it. And the Queen of Swords, right? Smart. She's not going to do anything foolish. Her eyes are going to be wide open. And the dreaming is with your heart open. That's a perfect clarification card. Okay, let's see what, oh, and there comes one. Turquoise. A turquoise crystal is color blue. Its healing magic works on you. I really feel like that goes here with this 10 of Swords. So whatever it is that, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, okay? But whatever it is that needs a little bit of healing, maybe if you have a turquoise crystal, you can even pick, if you have cards with crystals on them and they have a turquoise crystal, wear the color turquoise. Pick yourself up a turquoise crystal and carry it around with you and let it work on healing whatever it is that's coming from this 10 of Swords, different for everyone. And yeah, just work with that crystal and let the healing begin. I love this. This was a beautiful message, Pile 1. I am so happy that these cards came out for you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 2, and those of you who chose this Lepidolite Crystal Heart, welcome to your fairy energy reading. Okay, I just want to pull this card out because that's your main energy card. All right, the Brat. Oh, geez, Pile 2, what have you been up to? All right, then we have 8 of Winter, which I believe is the 8 of Swords. We have Magic, Earth Mother, and Wisdom. And your 3 tarot I'm setting aside to be read as confirmation or clarification at the end with a couple other oracle cards. Okay. So let's just take a look here and see the Brat. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is kind of feeling restricted or constrained, right? Let's see. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. Okay, I can see how this ties in with the overall energy of the Brat. All right. And I just love this card too. And I don't think that you should take this too personally. It's an energy. But what I think it's saying is sometimes when we're lacking self-confidence, okay, sometimes when you feel powerless or you're unsure of yourself, you either really withdraw from people, okay, or you might get a little... the ego almost takes over, but not in a way to give you that self-confidence and that belief in yourself, but it kind of makes you a brat, right? It kind of either makes you a know-it-all or you're very, I don't know, maybe argumentative or just maybe not easy to get along with others because you don't want people to see that vulnerable side of you. That's what I feel this Brat energy is, okay? Is that maybe you tend to push people off, and it could be with your words or what you say or how you say it, that may come across as a little brattish or a little spoiled or whatever, when really it could just be a lack of confidence and not believing in yourself. So let's see what the rest of the message has to say here. Wisdom. Okay, right? Because we're talking about if only you could believe in yourself. And this Wisdom card has come out right across from it saying, have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. And the challenge here, I think, is believing in yourself, knowing that you have the power, knowing that you can stand here like this beautiful lady in the card in your power. And that with that, it's going to build your self-confidence, right? Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? We all are. We just have to go within to find it, okay? And then we have also Earth Mother, which is, again, so I just feel this wisdom was very nurturing, but there's also an owl in here, all-knowing, okay? But the Earth Mother is allow your heart to propel you to greater things than you have ever known. And again, have you been told that you're wise beyond your years? And Magic has a way of touching the heart and drawing power from the soul. Okay, perfect. I was talking about power too. Okay, I like this. So This is all really for you, pile 2. It's going to be doing some inner work, but knowing that you can call upon your fairy spirits, ancestors, angels. They all work together and to help build that self-confidence back up. And it may just be first by, here we have 2 about heart, opening up your heart and believing in yourself. One small challenge at a time. You're going to have to choose how that starts for you. Okay, you're going to have to choose how that starts for you. And maybe it might be when people ask or say something, and that feeling of powerlessness or belief in yourself, and you start to feel, well, whatever feelings. It can be embarrassment, it can be shame, it can be just worthless, whatever the feeling may be for you. Don't react with this brat energy, okay? So maybe start there. That may be one small thing. And just by not reacting shows power, okay? Because we're trying to get your power back. We're trying to bring, you're opening your heart and you're drawing that power and that inner wisdom that you have, because it's there. We all have it. And you're going to draw on that to bring back one, belief in yourself, okay? Or believing that you're powerless. You're going to draw that power from within. I love this message for you. It's work. I always say this, and I'm honest about this when I get a reading, and I think it's a beautiful message because I believe it's all true, and I believe it's all true for you, or else these cards wouldn't have come out and you wouldn't have been drawn to this reading. So it all happens as it's supposed to. I just want to say, though, because I never believe, in blowing fairy dust up anyone's butts, that at any time is doing the shadow work easy, because it's usually not. But it also doesn't have to be difficult. It just has to be worked on consistently. And I think working on it consistently will be the key here for you. One small step at a time, one baby step. Okay, let's pull the tarot out and see what the tarot has to say as far as confirmation or adding to this message for you right now. And I'm going to just say one other thing. Look at all of these cards that come out. Standing with confidence. Well, she could be in a bratty pose. Doesn't mean. It's still standing in power and inner confidence. Standing in power, confidence. Same here, and same here. So whether you're male or female, this is very feminine energy coming out here in these cards. It doesn't matter. We all have both in us. And maybe for some of you that have a more masculine energy, this is a way to pull the power of your feminine energy out. That could be it as well. You don't have to be the brat forever. Although that's a sweet card. All right. And, and I like, this is a 52 and 7. And 7s are choices, right? It's wisdom. It's nurturing yourself. 7s can be nurturing as well. And it's growing, right? It's growth. It's planting seeds and watching them grow. And you just need to plant the seeds of belief in self, powerful self, and confident self. Those are the seeds that you need to be planting to really, to get this moving. But anyway, let me get into the tarot here and see what we have. So I love this message, and know that you're not alone. There are other people watching this message as well that are going to be working on this too. You may not know them, but in spirit you do. So, you know, really, really call upon your fairies, call upon your inner self to help bring in the energy of the other people working on this, and that you work on it together and find your power together. Okay. 4 of Wands. All right. I love that. Okay. That's good. Knight of Swords. All right, I like this. And Six of Cups. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to start here with the Knight of Swords. And I'm going to say, Knight of Swords coming in right with great ideas, okay? They very much are coming in with a plan, all right? They're coming in with a new way to address things, okay? Their intellect. So this is really opening your heart, so working heart and mind together to make the right decisions on what steps it is that you need to take to pull this power and this magic back out. And that's where I think the Six of Cups come in, because it's almost being nostalgic. And this is a message, I believe, for you to think of the times. You may have to go back. You may have to go back months. You may have to go back a few years. And remember the times when you were in your power, because it probably wasn't always like this, right? Usually something happens along the way that kind of sets us off track, and then we need to hop back on. But if you can remember back to times, like it's like she's looking in the bubble, the crystal ball here, and seeing the times when she was confident. It could have been when you were a child, but that's all right. Pull on that energy. Absolutely. To help get you back to where you need to be. And I think the Four of Wands here is just, in this particular card, it's a group of people, and they're looking and sharing and all seeing the beauty in whatever this is. And we know Four of Wands can be success, but fours can also be stability, right? So it's building a strong, solid foundation for yourself. And maybe even, I'm going to say, like, structure too, right? Like, maybe that's what you'll need to help you here. And that's why I say one thing at a time. And maybe that's it. It's like structure, like a plan, where you're not going to try to do everything at once. Baby steps, one thing at a time. Maybe first you might want to just get your heart open, okay? Second, you want to believe that you're wise beyond your years and that you can absolutely do this, okay? Because you want to get what you want out of life, but being stuck, feeling powerless, and, you know, not believing in yourself, a lack of confidence is not going to get you there. And this is your message pile too, that now's the time to change that. Okay, you have fairies with you. You have their energy with you. Like I said, you call on them, on your own spirit guide team, on God's source, universe, whomever it is that you go to for guidance. And you start working on this one small step at a time. Now let's see if there's anything else for you here. It's a beautiful message too. It's one that requires work, but that's okay. This one here is seed spells. Create your story. It is the most potent form of magic. Love it. If you guys could see my legs right now, probably you can, because the table's probably jiggling. Right? You create your own story. Is this where you want to be in the sprint here? No. No, 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 no. You want to be here, 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 right? You want to be the Knight of Swords, ready to move forward, full of ideas. You want to be the brat, but in a nice way. So create your story. It's what we tell ourselves, right? Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? I love this. I love it. I love it. Okay, that's a perfect card. Let me continue on here. Let's see what else there is. Who knew that this beautiful message was coming from this card as an overall energy? See, you can't judge a card by its picture, right? Or by the saying or the title on it. Is there anything else? Oh, we have a couple that came out. Okay. Fairy wings. In the forest, small lights glow. those are fairies flying low. So that's just to let you know they're always there for you. Just look for them, feel them, and you don't have to see them to believe in the power of their magic, okay? And release. Sometimes the only thing to do is laugh or cry. It's up to you. Oh, perfect. Okay. That is the way to end a reading. That is absolutely gorgeous. So, right? Laugh or cry. Release. You need to release this. You need to release it, open up that heart space, and pull out that power and that powerful energy, because that's what's going to propel you forward. And pull on this Knight of Swords energy too, for because it's also clear thinking swords as well, so that you think clearly while you're doing this. And again, moving forward with clear thinking, with a plan, right? With the plan, I was getting, what was it, structure off of this, like a structured plan or structured steps. Okay, pile 2, that is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi to those of you who chose pile 3 or this strawberry quartz crystal heart. Let's get right into your fairy energy reading. So we have, first off, overall energy, trespassers. She looks serious, this fairy here. Very serious. That's a pretty big, I don't know what you call it, but weapon of some sort. Okay, let's get into next. We have 4 of spring. I believe this is wands. Change. Oh, the apple blossom fairy. Okay, I like that one. Precious time. And then we have 3 tarot cards that I will pull at the end with 2 other oracle cards for clarification, confirmation of what's being said here in these cards. So let's just take a look. So we have 4 of wands, the apple blossom fairy, or 4 of spring. And I think, right, apple blossoms kind of remind me of this one here. Expand your flexibility for change and you'll enjoy the vitality of life ahead. Believe in your many strengths and follow the pathway that benefits you. Okay. All right. And I was just reading this one, Precious Time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either, which comes into this trespassers, which I was feeling is like, you know, trespassers, like they're crossing your boundary, I guess is what I want to say, right? They're coming into your land, into your property, and they're not invited. Or maybe you don't mind that they're coming in, but it is in some way, it's crossing a boundary, okay? So that's what I want to say about trespassers. And for some reason, just because we have this card here, I feel that it has something to do with a relationship, but let me just look at this a little further. So, with this trespassers, I've been looking at the numbers for these overall energy cards, and this is an 11, which we know is a master number. And it's working well with others, right? It's all of the other things, intuitive, spiritual, you know, all of that sort of stuff. But it also can mean working well with others. It can also mean being aware, relationships, working with others, like as in teamwork, okay? So there's something here that has to do with your relationship, pile 3. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be any type of relationship. You take it however it resonates for you, okay? And you don't need to try to make it fit. If you're not having a boundary issue with anyone, then this might not be your pile, right? But it can be with anything. I say it could be a personal romantic relationship, because look, we have, like, I want to think of it here, right? The prince and princess of fairies and the fairy castle behind. But it says here, be grateful. You have much to celebrate, deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. But I feel like this cannot happen for you until something changes. Okay? And what needs to change here? I think I almost am getting a feeling of there's someone else in your life that may be stepping over a boundary when it comes to you and the person that you're having this close relationship with, and it might be causing a little bit of problem. Okay? And it's because of this card here, and it says, the fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. I don't even know if I want to say it. Sometimes I end up in relationship readings. Like I said, I've done a few purposely, and sometimes they just come in because that's maybe what this pile needs to hear today. So I want to say that there could be someone from your current or recent past that you are still tied to somehow. Okay? But I also have the same feeling that there is someone else in the picture already. Or, well, I don't know if it's a full-blown relationship or if you're just starting to maybe date them, okay? And somehow this person from the past is coming in and maybe still trying to take your time, okay? Still crossing boundaries where they shouldn't be crossed. So in other words, you've maybe said to this person, you know, I've started seeing someone else, and they're coming in needing you all the time for some reason. And because you're a nice, loving, caring, wonderful person, and there's no animosity between you, okay? You're like, okay, sure, I'll do it this one last time. Okay, sure, I'll do it this one last time. And I feel that that is what's happening here. And what it's doing is it's putting this relationship on hold. So something needs to change, right? And it says, believe in your many strengths and follow the pathway that benefits you. So I think the change is your choice of, and it even says, expand your flexibility for change and you'll enjoy the vitality of life ahead. The choice is follow the pathway that benefits you. Well, you've already been down this pathway with this person, so, and it ended. So we know that that's probably not the pathway that benefits you. It would be this one. But if you still have this person kind of coming in for whatever reason, and I don't feel it's in a bad way. I feel it's in a, they're not quite ready to let go way. And your boundaries are kind of low with this person. And that maybe it's time you change that and set a high boundary to let them know that, you know, unfortunately moving forward, I'm just not going to be able to give you the time and energy that I used to because we are no longer together. We are no longer whatever. It doesn't mean that I don't like you. It doesn't mean that I have ill feelings towards you. It's just I have a new relationship and I really want to be able to give my energy to that moving forward and not moving backwards. Now, is this going to be easy? Probably not. But like I've said in many other readings before, everything has to happen in what? Baby steps. I love baby steps. Everything has to happen maybe in baby steps, or I'm even going to say in this one, it may have to be a big adult step, and you just might have to make the change, right? To be flexible enough and to be at peace and okay with it, because what the fairies here are telling you, okay, is that you deserve a contented personal life. There are deep feelings of peace and happiness up here with this person. There's a reason to be grateful for this person and a reason to celebrate this person. And if you expand and are willing to change, you'll enjoy the vitality of your life ahead. And this apple blossom fairy is saying, believe in your many strengths, the strength to put up a boundary and hold it, and follow the pathway that benefits you. And again, the pathway is here, not here. Okay, so let's just see what the tarot has to say. Yeah, this message won't be for everyone, but there may be some of you that are in a situation like this right now. First tarot, Two of Pentacles, boom, right there, choices to be made. Two of Pentacles out beside, change card. Choice to be made to bring balance back into your life, okay? We need this balanced, all right? Next, we have the Knight of Cups. Well, there he is, coming in with love. Here it is, right here for you. You know, like really, it can also be taking on the Knight of Cups energy to deal with the emotion behind this person right here, okay? So it can even be like, because it's the Knight of Cups, it could be asking you to, he is the Knight of Cups, but it could be, you might be a little too much like the Knight of Cups and thinking with your heart instead of your head. So that could be it. But I think it also is to have compassion as well, okay? To approach this, because the Knights are always coming in, to approach this situation here with compassion. Yeah. And next we have the Page of Pentacles. So again, also coming in, I love it when these cards come out because it's telling you to, so Pentacles are stability, okay? There's stability. I want to say it's almost like, so, you know, the King of Pentacles may have like a very slow, methodical approach to things. Well, the Page is a little younger, maybe not quite as steady and methodical as the King, nonetheless, coming in with good ways to do that, to put up those boundaries in a way that will work, where it's not too heavy, where it's not too restricting. These are just words that are coming in, where it's not too heavy on this person. So it will be a bit lighter than, say, if the King had come out. But the message coming in from the fairies is that's the way you need to handle this. You don't need to come down heavy, but you do need to come down firm. Okay, and this 4, again, we can also think of it as stability, building a foundation, and setting up a strong foundation. Or in this case, with trespassers as the overall energy, it would be a strong boundary, I believe, to this person. So that is your message, pile 3. I hope that that resonated for you. Like I said, it may be very few of you where this is not a personal like love relationship, but nonetheless it can still apply. So let's see if there's any other cards here that need to come out for more guidance, clarity, confirmation. What else do the fairies have to say here? And the thing I love about the trespasser fairy is like, would you cross that boundary with her? I don't think I would. I told you that's a big weapon there. You know, she's beautiful. but I wouldn't cross that boundary. So that's the energy you need to take right there. Okay, to the greenwood, seek comfort and acceptance. Be kind to yourself. So this is going to be maybe hard for you to do because, like I said, this happened. There's no animosity here. It's just this person can no longer take your time, okay? And it's maybe going to be hard for you to do that because you're going to feel guilt or whatever it may be. And this card is saying, don't. Accept the fact that this is the route, the path that you need to be taking and not this one. Be kind to yourself while you're doing it and don't feel the guilt. Okay? And this one is fairy guides. Whenever you are feeling blue, don't fear, the fairies are protecting you. So that just goes along with it. Again, you can call on them for their energy at any time, as well as the energy of your other spirit guide teams. They all work together. And to help you put up I'm going to say a solid and structurally sound boundary, but one that's not harsh. Okay. And just know that you can do this, pile 3. Again, one step at a time. Just know that you need to find balance here, and the balance with this person is not going to come until this situation down here is rectified. Okay, so that's your pile. Thank you for that's your reading. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next time.